Roman Orthodox Patriarch Ignatius IV Hazim of Antioch and the Orient was buried in Mary's Cathedral beside his predecessors. The burial was supervised by the Deputy Patriarch Bishop Saba Isper of Horan and the Arab Mount, assisted by other bishops of the Holy Antioch Chair. Bishop George Khidr of Mount Lebanon said in his obituary that the late Patriarch had worldly and spiritual values. He expressed appreciation of the late Patriarch's service of both religion and science. In the area of Mharde, the birthplace of the late Patriarch, a mass was held for the rest of his soul. It asserted that Syria lost a great national figure and one of its major religious sources who never stopped raising the voice of love and coexistence. A statement by the Russian Foreign Ministry asserted that the Geneva tripartite meeting with the Americans and the UN envoy to Syria stressed that the political solution should be found by the Syrian people because their country is sovereign and independent and thus needed no foreign diktats and ready prescriptions. The statement asserted that Russia, on the basis of these principles, would strongly support al-Ibrahimi's efforts in Syria. In his address to the World Conference of University Professors about the Islamic Awakening, Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad pointed out that the role of scholars and professors in social reform remained vital and unique. The Iranian Foreign Minister Ali Akbar Salehi reaffirmed Iran's attitude, calling for a political solution to the crisis in Syria through national dialogue among Syrians. He criticized the double standards of the West and stressed Iran's support for the Syrian people and rejection of terrorist crimes, which are targeting the Syrian people and government. The UN envoy to Syria, Lakhdar al-Ibrahimi, following talks he held with the US and Russian officials, announced they agreed that efforts to seek political solution to the crisis in Syria are still possible. In a statement issued after the talks, Mr. al-Ibrahimi said the meeting was constructive and held in a spirit of cooperation. The meeting discussed continuing efforts in a peaceful process and to mobilize a larger international meeting to find a political solution. Syrian army units killed 10 terrorists in Sheikh Muhaddin area in Damascus and confiscated their weapons. A unit of the Syrian Arab Army eliminated also a number of the most dangerous terrorists who were affiliated to al-Nusra Front in the town of al-Diabiya in Damascus countryside. An official source said that 45 terrorists were killed in front of Al-Khomeini Hospital. 150 terrorists who were using Al-Hariri Hospital in the town of Yelda as a hideout were also injured. Several other armed men were also killed in Harran al-Awamid area. In Douma, Syrian army forces killed several terrorists, including one of their leaders named Ayman Khirdas. An army unit carried out an operation near Al-Jannudiyya town in Jisr al-Shughur in Idlib, eliminating all members of a terrorist armed group. An official source said that the operation resulted in destroying 2 vehicles equipped with Doshka machine guns and 2 tractors loaded with weapons and ammunition. The source pointed out that a unit of the Syrian Arab Army also destroyed a number of terrorists' hideouts in Ma'arat al-Nu'man in Idlib countryside, killing and injuring them. In Deir el-Zor, Syrian army units clashed with terrorists affiliated to al-Nusra Front in the neighborhoods of Al-Jbele, Al-Hamidiyya, Al-Muwazzafin and Al-Hawaiqa, killing and injuring many of them. Among the terrorists killed were 2 Saudis. Meanwhile, a bomb exploded in a building where a number of terrorists were sheltered in Al-Jbele neighborhood, inflicting heavy damages to their cars and motorbikes. Youth and civil figures in Shahba city in Sweden organized a walk from Al-Ba'ath Arab Socialist Party headquarters in the city to the tombs of the martyrs who were targeted by the armed terrorist groups while carrying out their national duty. Families of a number of martyrs participated in the event, which aimed at honoring the martyrs who sacrificed their lives for the sake of defending their country. Prime Minister Wael al-Halaqi laid the cornerstone of the 5th stage of the project of youth housing in Al-Dimas area and Damascus suburbs. The cost of the project was estimated at 20 billion Syrian pounds. On the other hand, Dr. al-Halaqi toured the project of youth housing in the suburb of Al-Qudsiyya and reviewed the work mechanisms of the general establishment of housing. The committee established following the Tehran conference agreed to form central and subcommittees to carry out the tasks of launching comprehensive national dialogue following it up and defining the parties in it from inside and outside Syria. The committee called for telecasting 2 TV programs daily, one dealing with the work of the Dialogue Committee and the other devoted to the Syrian opposition. The participants agreed to reach out for all political forces in order to establish the table of the dialogue on steadfast and approved basis. The Syrian Commission of Family Affairs held a training workshop of a program prepared with the national team for psychological and social support for deprived families. The workshop aims at rehabilitating them to work in all shelters with the disadvantaged people throughout the country. The workshop lasts for 4 days.